Hello, I'm Benny Chantry, and I'm here to show you the Pleasureway REKON. This REKON is built on the Mercedes Sprinter 4x4 chassis. You may notice it looks a bit different, and that's because it's been upfitted with an exclusive package from VanUp. Some of my favorite features about the REKON include the 400 watts of solar that feed into 400 amp hours of lithium, with a 40-gallon freshwater tank and a huge storage. Come on inside, let's take a look. Here in the living area, Pleasureway has provided blackout screens. These are for sunlight and prying eyes for full privacy. We also have fully swiveling chairs. These will turn 180 degrees so that you can see into your unit, and it integrates it into your living area. Down here, we have an access panel with shut-off valves for the outside shower. This is going to come in really handy for cold weather camping so that you don't end up freezing something you shouldn't. Here we have a 110 outlet and a USB port. That's accompanied by a flip-down table. So if you want to use a laptop, a GoPro, whatever electronics you might have, you can do that right here. Below that is a lagoon table. I'll show you how this works. We lift up, spin that out, and we can drop it right on. Now this swivels, so if you have a guest company, we can both sit here and entertain, or we can swivel it around and make it an extension of our kitchen counter. The wet bath also doubles as a storage locker. It's double doored, so plenty of room to get in. You'll notice here there's a touch-on LED light. Also, we have hanging rods and racks. So if you had fly fishing, maybe your waders, your ski suit, your boots that you want to dry out, you can hang them here, stack them here. We also have a ducted heat that comes in to help you dry those items off. Now, as we come through, we can remove these racks for use of the wet bath. Everything comes out quite easily. And now we have our wet bath. It comes with the Thetford swiveling 5-gallon toilet. Also, the shower wand that's removable, and that's hooked up to your Truma AquaGo hot water system. You'll notice here that there's plenty of room. I am 5'9", and I have a few inches above my head here. You also have a privacy curtain, and that's our wet bath. In the REKON, the kitchen starts in this area and wraps around. Well, we'll get to that in a second. First, I want to show you this blackout screen for privacy. This will roll down in front of that door and rolls up nice and easy. You just clip it right in here. Also, we have a pop-out window here, complete with bug screen for nice airflow, ventilation. Over here, we have the Truma freezer fridge. This fridge has a 2.1 cubic foot storage space, holds up to 96 cans. It actually is power. It can be 110 or 12 volt, and we have a power outlet here, 12 volt below, and USB also. The cool thing about this fridge for me is that when I'm getting ready for a trip, I'm going to be able to take this out, put it in my house, plug it in, cool it down, and load it with what I want. Do that from the comfort of my own home, bring it out, set it in here, and I'm ready to go. The other cool thing is that this is a workstation area. Down here, you'll see a big storage drawer with an induction cooktop. That induction cooktop can be placed here. It could also be taken outside. The cool thing about an induction cooktop is that it has a special pan that you use with it. This is going to heat the pan. There's no element here. So when you move that pan, you're going to be able to touch this without burning yourself. Or if Rover's running around here and he gets up and starts sniffing around, he's not going to burn his nose. That stores nicely in this drawer. And look at that, soft close. Next to the refrigerator, we have another 110 outlet. Over here, we have your sink. This is a 13 by 11 inch stainless steel sink. The countertop is a marine grade polymer, so you're not going to have to deal with any delamination or damage from water here. It's accompanied by a single handle, high arch faucet. And below, we have access to the plumbing and water closet. Below that, carbon monoxide and LP monitor. We also have another outlet here, 110. You're going to find those throughout the coach. Above here, we have the drop-down station. This is for meal prep, anything that you might need to work on here. This is 22.5 inches by 72 inches, so plenty of space for whatever it is you need to do. The REKON comes equipped with a massive 124 cubic feet of storage. Up here, you'll notice that we have the soft touch vinyl ceiling, daylight balanced lights. Those are dimmable also. We also have 2 fans on the ceiling. You can set these up for in and out to circulate air. Over here, we have the flex netting. This is for storage, bedding, clothing, whatever you have. Coming down from there, you'll see the L-track tie-down system on the wall. We also have it here under the beds and 2 tracks on the floor. You'll notice the LED lighting for the storage area here. Also, we have 2 110 outlets, one on either side. Coming up to the cabinets here, I'll show you. We have your breaker box, the Xantrex 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter, and the charge line disconnect. The reason for a charge line disconnect is that it has lithium batteries. If the lithium batteries are in a cold area, let's say northern Canada, you can come in here, have this off, turn on your rig, heat up the batteries, and then turn that on so as to not damage them. Moving our way back, here are the lithium batteries. They're mounted inside to protect them from the cold and from the heat. That is 400 amp hours of lithium power right there. Coming around to the other side, here are our removable 5-gallon gray water tanks. They store nicely in here. Also protected from the cold. Moving up to the front, we do get more storage here, along with the Truma AquaGo controller. So when it's time to go to bed, it's real easy to convert the garage space into your bedroom. I'll show you right now. We're going to take these support bars out. Click those in. And now we untether the bed to drop down our mattress that is going to be 72 by 70 inches. We can just hop right up there. You'll notice here, plenty of room for me to get in and out, to do everything I need to, getting ready at night, getting my bedding down. Also, I've got a USB port here and one on the other side for Mama. When we're done, even with the bed down, we have 52 cubic feet of storage. And we have our blackout screen. Some of the general features in the REKON include a 6'3" ceiling height, 2 bidirectional ceiling fans. These come complete with rain sensors, so they automatically close if you get moisture. You do lose a little bit of ceiling or height here from the 40-gallon tank that's placed in the floor. They move that tank above the belt line of the unit in order to keep it better insulated. They've also ducted the heat around that tank from the Vario furnace. That's 11,500 BTUs. You'll also notice here that the Thinsulate 3M insulation, they cut those pieces out to fit perfectly inside the walls. That's going to help you keep it cool, warm, whatever you need. It's also going to help with sound deadening. The cabinets, everything is plush mounted with Blum hinges and laminate wrapped. The flooring is a premium vinyl made to take a beating. You also have an LP and CO detector here. Moving to the front, your fire extinguisher, and up above we have our smoke detector. There are two 10-inch multiplex full color panels. I'm at the one over the sink. There's also one accessible below the fridge. Right here we're going to be able to control our Truma Vario heat. That's an 11,500 BTU furnace. We can control our lights here. This is also going to show us how much battery power we have left. There's also a solar charger control center. You can control the water pump here, and you're going to get a reading of how much water is in your 40-gallon tank. Coming down, we can get to the lights. We can dim these to whatever settings we want. You also have a master off and on switch. We can control our exhaust vents from here. We can set them up as exhaust or intake. We also have a awning control. Going to your settings, we can know temperature, time, and this is a really cool thing that PleasureWay does with diagnostics. This tells us what's on in the unit, what's off in the unit, and if you see any red buttons, that's going to be a fault. We also have a setting here where we can just put up faults. As you can see, there's none right now. Here in the cab, we have two ultra leather wrapped swiveling chairs with adjustable armrest and headrest. There's an extension for your legs. We have a leather wrapped steering wheel. This is both tilting and telescoping. Above, you see the sun visor. A little bit of storage. We have map lights and a rear view mirror that allows you to see out the rear of the van. On the doors, you'll see the power controls for your mirror. You can adjust here, left and right. These are also folding. We have our power windows. Down here, we can heat our seat, and we have power locks. These controls are going to operate your seat, both the back and the bottom. You have 3 presets. You're probably not going to have 3 people driving this car, and so you're going to have 1 and 2 set up for drivers, and 3 I would set up for when my seat is swiveled to the position I like it in to sit in. We have a cup holder, 2 storage, power speaker. Over here is our lumbar support. And then to the dash, we have the parking brake button. No more dealing with the crank system. Light controls, including auto. We have fog lamps and accent lights on the headlights. This button here is going to dim and brighten your dash. Here on the steering wheel, we have several buttons. This middle one controls our information center. We can scroll up and down. We can also hit the back button to go back home. That is in between our speedometer and tachometer. Back to the steering wheel. We have both standard and adaptive cruise control. This can be set up for a few car lengths. This is going to slow you down when the car in front of you is not doing the same speed and speed you back up when you have room. Over here we control our windshield wipers, which can be set to rain sensing. We also have our turn signals, and we can brighten and dim our lights here. On the opposite side, this is where we shift our transmission. So we have reverse, neutral, and the button is park. Then we have more buttons. These top 3 are a way for us to control our media center without having to reach over. We have volume controls and our Bluetooth here. We can also mute. Down here, we've got our 4-wheel drive activation here and hill assist. There are a lot of great safety features on the Mercedes chassis. A few of my favorites are the blind spot, the lane keeping assist, and also the wind assist. The way the wind assist works is that when you get a lot of wind and your vehicle wants to move, it's going to apply brakes on one side in order to keep you straight on the road. Built into the dash, we have 2 storage compartments, along with 4 cup holders, a charging station. This has a 12-volt connection and 3 USB-C ports. It also has a wireless charging capability. Down here we have the media center. This is a 10.25 inch touchscreen. We have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, along with Bluetooth, navigation, radio controls, media center, info on your chassis, apps, and chassis settings. If you like manual controls, you can do that down here also, along with a volume control. Below that, we control our air, heat and cold, fans. We also have our hazard lights, defrost, and locks for the sliding door. Here we have 4 more cup holders, and we finish up with a glove compartment storage. The Recon is built on a Mercedes-Benz chassis. This is the 2500. It's a 144-inch wheelbase. It's a 3-liter diesel V6 engine with 188 horsepower, 325 foot-pounds of torque, and it's mated to a 7-speed automatic transmission. It boasts 1,650 pounds of occupant and cargo capacity and an electronic adaptive traction and stability control. We have an optional VanUp carbon fiber hood wrap, along with the blacked out Mercedes badge, LED headlamps, fog lamps, and parking sensors. The Recon comes with black Rhino Havasu wheels, dressed in Toyo tires. These are 245/75 16s, plenty of rubber there. You're going to get all 4 disc brakes and their ABS. Over here you have the tubular running boards. On top, LED lights front and back, and that's going to be on both sides. Here we have your access to fuel, and that shuts up nicely. You can lock that so nobody can mess with it. We have our outdoor shower panel, hot and cold. This is where you access the cassette toilet. You'll lift up on this blue handle, pull that out, and dispose of it properly. This is the access panel for the Truma AquaGo. Below that are our gray water ports. These are going to work in conjunction with the tanks that we showed you inside. You'll be able to fill those up and dispose of them in a good manner depending on where you're at. Here we have the Truma furnace exhaust, shore power, and city water. Back here is where we have our 20-pound LP tank. I like this handle a lot. You can get a good purchase on it, whether it's cold or you have gloves on. And here's our refillable tank. To the rear, we have the 360-degree backup camera, a full bug screen, 12-volt power, potable water fill, defrosting rear windows, a little bit of cargo space. We also have our parking sensors, the optional VanUp hitch step, 5,000-pound tow hitch with a 7-pin connector, and we finish up with the optional VanUp ladder and tire carrier with a full-size spare tire and wheel. On the roof, there are 4 100-watt solar panels. On the passenger side, we have a vent for your battery compartment, 2 110 outlets. These are inverted. Moving to the front, you have an LP quick connect. This is for your grill, fire ring, what have you. We also have a full bug screen on this side also. On this control panel in the front, we can extend and retract our awning. And the awning comes with an LED light strip on the underneath side. Now this control panel is going to do everything that we showed you on the control panel on the interior. We have another 110 outlet and a tubular running board for easy egress. I hope you enjoyed this tour of the Pleasureway Recon. Please tell us in the comments below what you thought of the coach and the VanUp package. You can come see this Recon at one of our stores or online. Make sure to give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe for more videos like this one.